Today I'd like to talk about Valentine's Day. Valentine's Day is a day where people who have relationships say to those who don't, fuck you, I'm better, and they get a day for it. So, I'm going to tell you stories of really, really bad dates that I've been on. For instance, my first date ever. Now, to protect the person that I was with, I'm going to say her name was Gloria. No, it's Gloria. So, I went on a date with Gloria to the Ithaca Mall. The date, in her defense, wasn't bad because of her. It was bad because of me. Because I didn't know what I was doing. So I didn't do anything right. So, it was off to a bad start when I got a headache within the first 2 minutes of the date. I had a wicked migraine. And so me and Gloria, we sat down. So on the second level of the food place, I think we're right above Arby's, maybe? So we were up there, and I had previously eaten. I didn't think about the fact that I was going on a date. So she got like Thai food or something like that, and she's eating that. And so me and Gloria were just sitting there, we're having casual conversation as, oh, did I mention we were in 8th grade at the time? Yeah, it was that long ago. And that's just to tell you how of a quote-unquote date this was. So we sat there and we were having casual conversation, and I was getting a wicked headache. I couldn't tell what the hell it was, and I obviously didn't have any like Tylenol or anything like that. So I just ignored it. And so after a little bit, she goes to her mother and says, "We're gonna go walk around." Which, in essence, it was what we did. We just walked around the mall for a while. Which I was like, "That's how you date. That's how everything goes. That's how you date." Although I think it was her idea, and I'll have to ask her. We're still friends. So Gloria and I, we go out and walking around, and my headache is just getting worse and worse by the moment. And eventually, I'm like, "Hey, go on without me," and I sit down in like one of those chairs in like the main hallway, and there's like a couch, and I sit on it, and I'm like, "I'm gonna lay here for a while." And so next thing you know, about an hour later, and she's nowhere to be found. So I'm feeling ever so slightly better. So I get up, and I walk to shop vendors over, and I find her in a store. God, I don't remember what the name of the store is. So I walk into the store, and she's looking at like Galaxy hat, and so she gets the hat. I think she bought it then. I don't know that either, but she had a hat. That's the thing. And so I was like, "What do you want to do?" She's like, "I don't know. What do you want to do?" I'm like, "There's an arcade." She's like, "Sure, let's go to the arcade." And so we go to the arcade, and we're playing pinball. I'm like, "If you'll excuse me, I have to go to the bathroom." And what I didn't inform her is I had to go to the bathroom to vomit profusely. So I go to the bathroom, and I walk in. I'm like, okay. I look in the mirror. I'm like, okay, you're good. You're gonna do fine. You're gonna do great. You're gonna do good. And then I immediately turn around, rush into a stall, and vomit. I'm like, well, that's a odd definition for okay, but we'll deal with it. So at this point, you're probably wondering, how did I get back to the date? Did I tell her we probably should just head home because I'm not feeling too great, or anything like that? No, I kept it myself. What I did do was I took a handful of Tic Tacs and threw them into my mouth, hoped that would cover the smell, and I went back.
Boy.
She had finished playing pinball. I think I played around. I'm not good at the game, so I doubt I did well. And then we went to like a hunting game. I live in the middle of nowhere, so hunting games are super common. And so you had like a shotgun, very fake, and she was like a red laser. And so your goal is to shoot like bucks and stuff on the screen with the laser. And so she goes first because I'm still recovering. Little does she know. And so she does that. She scores adequate. I think she got a pretty good score. We live in a very hunting-oriented area, so that didn't really surprise me. Next was my turn. I'm tired, I have a headache, I just threw up, and now I need to do a skill-based aiming game. It went great. So I looked at the screen, and I'm like, okay, I'm going to shoot some things. And it's like, this one you're shooting moose, shoot the buck, do good. I'm like, okay. I shot a cow, which I don't know what that means. What that means, instant loss in the game, which is no bueno. So I do, because it does several rounds. I did 3 more rounds, and I did just as horribly. I think I got a total of 3 or 4 bucks the entire time, which was 2-ish less than she did. But now it got to the bonus section. The bonus section was where I owned. So the bonus on this particular game was target based. They're like clay pigeons that were just like on there, and you just had to shoot them. And I think there were 30 of them, and I shot 29. It was pretty quick because it doesn't give you very long. I think it gives you a minute to do the whole thing. So I'm gonna assume I did it in a minute. I missed one because it was one of the early rounds and just kind of flew past me. I'm like, oh, okay, well, that's not a thing anymore. So yeah, I beat her. And then I went in the car with her, and we went back home. And I don't remember the car ride either because I was like, good night, and fell asleep. Yeah, that was my first date. Gotta think of another story. That's the one I had in mind. That particular one. Dates are funny when you're really young because you just don't understand anything. Like, for instance, in 6th grade, I went on a date with this girl who I'm gonna call Jane. Sure, Jane, that's her name. So I went to Jane's house, and our date consisted of me teaching her how to play Call of Duty because she didn't play it right, and then her taking me on an ATV ride. It was a thing. I'm like, this is the epitome of dates, and boy was I stupid. It was weird. Also, it was very evident her father didn't want me there, which just made it even more awkward. So yeah, I think I'm gonna end it here because I don't know if I have more stories. If I do, I'll make it a part 2. Also, I don't know necessarily how I'm gonna edit this, and I want to be able to do that because reasons and time. Because I preferably want to get this video out today because it's, Valentine's Day, but it's also almost noon, and I don't know if I can edit it and release it with all the work I also have to do. But we'll find out. So, yeah.